Today, I want to remind you of something simple, but life-changing. Your future is not controlled by where you came from, but by the decisions you make today. Every one of us has a gift inside, something placed in us that makes us unique, powerful, and capable of greatness. But that gift means nothing unless you believe in it enough to act on it. Life will not hand you success. Life will test you, push you, delay you, and sometimes disappoint you. But every challenge you face is shaping you into the person you're meant to become. You don't grow when life is easy. You grow when life forces you to stretch. And when you feel like giving up, that is usually the moment right before your breakthrough. I want you to understand that your mindset is the key to everything. If you think small, you live small. If you think big, you create a life that matches your vision. Your mind is a factory. Every thought you produce shapes your reality. So speak life into your dreams. Speak progress, not doubt. Speak faith, not fear. Remember this, failure is not final. Every successful person you admire has failed more times than you can imagine. What makes them different? They didn't quit. They stood back up. They tried again. You have that same strength inside you. Use it. Believing in your gift is the first and most powerful step toward transforming your entire life. Every human being is born with a unique gift, something they can do better, faster, more naturally, or more creatively than the people around them. This gift is not something you pick. It is something that comes built into you. Some people discover it early, some much later in life, and some never discover it at all because they never take the time to look within. Believing in your gift means recognizing that you were created with purpose, with intention, and with value. It means understanding that there is something inside you that can open doors, create opportunities, and change your path forever if you learn how to trust it. Most people never rise to their potential because they doubt themselves before they even begin. They compare their talent to others. They fear judgment. They fear failure. And they convince themselves that they are ordinary. Belief is the engine that activates your gift. Without belief, your gift stays silent. With belief, your gift becomes a force that pushes you toward the life you are meant to live. When you believe in your gift, you stop waiting for permission. You stop looking for validation from others, and you start taking action. You begin working on your talent, developing your skills, and putting in the hours that separate dreamers from achievers. Believing in your gift also means accepting that it may not look like someone else's. Your gift might not be loud, flashy, or instantly recognized. It might be creativity or kindness or problem solving or storytelling or leadership. It might be your ability to motivate others, to heal, to teach, to build, to design, or to bring people together. Whatever it is, it has power. You don't need to explain your gift to everyone, and you don't need approval to use it. What you need is confidence, courage, and consistency. There will be days when you doubt yourself. There will be moments when you feel like nothing is happening. There will be times when your gift seems invisible to the world. But that is exactly why belief matters. Belief keeps you moving when progress is slow. Belief keeps you working when no one is watching. Belief keeps your fire alive when life tries to put it out. When you truly believe in your gift, setbacks don't stop you, they strengthen you. Failure doesn't break you, it teaches you. Criticism doesn't destroy you, it prepares you. Your gift is your lane in life. When you operate in your lane, everything flows naturally. You feel more alive, more passionate, and more motivated. You begin to attract opportunities that match your abilities. You start meeting people who help you grow. You begin to unlock levels of success that once felt impossible. All of this starts with a single decision, the decision to believe in what's inside you. Once you do that, the world begins to shift in your favor, one step at a time. Small daily habits have the power to transform your entire future, even though most people underestimate their impact. We often think that life changes through one big decision or one lucky moment, but real transformation happens in the quiet routines we practice when no one is watching. Every choice you make either brings you closer to your goals or takes you further away from them. This is why small habits matter so much. They shape your mindset, Influence your actions and slowly build the future you end up living. The truth is, your life today is the result of the habits you practiced yesterday, and your life tomorrow will be shaped by the habits you choose to commit to right now. The human mind is designed to repeat what is familiar. If your daily habits are built around procrastination, negativity, or comfort, then your life will move in that direction. But if your habits are built around discipline, gratitude, learning, and focus, then your life naturally begins improving even before you notice the change. One small habit might be waking up 10 minutes earlier to think about your goals. Another might be reading 1 page a day, doing a short workout, reflecting on your progress, or simply choosing a positive thought instead of a negative one. None of these habits are dramatic by themselves. When repeated every single day, they shape a stronger, more disciplined, and more confident version of you. People quit their goals not because they are impossible, but because they expect instant results. They want success to show up quickly. And when it doesn't, they lose motivation. But real change is like planting a seed. Nothing seems to happen at first, but beneath the soil, roots are forming, strengthening, and preparing for growth. Your habits work the same way. You don't see the results immediately, but the foundation is being built. Over time, these small actions compound and create a powerful shift. 10 minutes of effort today becomes hours of experience in a few months. One positive habit today becomes a lifestyle in a year. Another important truth about small habits is that they help you break out of old patterns. You don't need to change your entire life in one day. You just need to replace one bad habit with one good one. Each small change creates momentum. Momentum creates confidence. Confidence creates belief, and belief fuels even greater actions. When you improve just 1% each day, you become almost 37 times better in a year. This is the power of compounding. Small improvements stacking up until they create massive results. Small habits also protect you from burnout. Instead of overwhelming yourself with big goals that feel too heavy to carry, you break them into tiny steps that feel manageable. These tiny steps are easier to stay consistent with, and consistency is the secret to success in anything. The person who moves slowly but consistently will always outperform the person who moves fast but quits early. In the end, the life you dream about is not built in a single day. It is built through the small, meaningful habits you choose every morning, every night, and every moment in between. Your mindset determines the level of your success because everything you experience in life is filtered through the way you think. The mind is the command center of your actions, your decisions, your habits, and ultimately your destiny. Two people can face the same challenge. One rises and the other falls simply because their mindset interprets the situation differently. This is why developing a strong, positive, and disciplined mindset is one of the most powerful things you can do for yourself. When your mind is aligned with your goals, your actions automatically follow. When your mind is filled with doubt, fear, or negativity, even the smallest obstacles can feel impossible to overcome. A mindset is not something you are born with permanently. It is something you shape over time. If you allow negative voices, your own or others, to influence you, your mindset becomes weak, defensive, and discouraged. But if you feed your mind with belief, gratitude, faith, learning, and growth, it becomes strong enough to carry you through any difficulty. Your thoughts produce emotions, your emotions shape your behavior, and your behavior decides your results. This means the root of all success or failure begins in your mind long before it shows up in your life. The way you see yourself also plays a huge role in shaping your path. If you see yourself as limited, unworthy, or incapable, you will act in ways that confirm those beliefs. You will not try new things, you will not take risks, and you will not chase opportunities because you believe they are out of reach. But when your mindset tells you that you are capable, deserving, and powerful, you begin to take actions that match that identity. You speak with confidence, you move with purpose, and you treat challenges as stepping stones instead of stumbling blocks. As your mindset grows stronger, your world grows bigger. Your mindset also determines how you react to failure. People with a fixed mindset see failure as proof that they are not good enough. They take it personally and give up easily. But people with a growth mindset understand that failure is simply feedback. They know that every mistake teaches them something that brings them closer to success. They do not fear failure because they know it is a natural part of progress. This is why the most successful people in the world have experienced the most failures. They kept learning instead of quitting. The environment you surround yourself with also influences your mindset. Negative, discouraged, or unmotivated people can drain your confidence and shrink your dreams. Being around driven, disciplined, and positive people expands your vision and strengthens your belief in what is possible. Protecting your mindset means protecting your energy, your environment, and your inner voice. You must choose thoughts that support your future, not your fears. In the end, mindset is not just about thinking positively, it is about thinking powerfully. When you train your mind to focus on growth instead of limitations, opportunities instead of obstacles, and possibilities instead of problems, you unlock a life that reflects your highest potential. Failure is not the end. It is the beginning of growth because every setback you experience carries a lesson that pushes you toward becoming stronger, wiser, and more capable than you were before. Most people fear failure because they see it as a final judgment of their worth or talent. They believe that if something doesn't work out, it means they are not good enough or that success is not meant for them. But the truth is completely opposite. Failure is the greatest teacher life can offer. It exposes weaknesses that need strengthening, habits that need changing, and attitudes that need adjusting. Without failure, you would stay the same person forever, never improving, never discovering who you truly are, and never unlocking your full potential. Every successful person you admire has failed many times, and often more than the average person even attempts. They failed in business, in relationships, in ideas, in goals, and in dreams. Separates them from everyone else is not that they avoided failure, but that they kept going despite it. They understood that failure is only a temporary condition and not a permanent identity. When something didn't work, they didn't quit, they learned. They studied their mistakes, changed their approach, and tried again with new understanding. Slowly, those failures turned into stepping stones that led them directly to success. Failure also builds resilience, a quality that no one can achieve without facing hard moments. When you fail and rise again, you prove to yourself that you are stronger than your circumstances. You develop mental toughness, emotional strength, and the confidence to handle even bigger challenges in the future. If life gave you everything easily, you would never grow. It is the struggle that shapes your character. It is the disappointment that teaches patience. It is the setbacks that develop perseverance. Each time you fail, you learn something about the world and something about yourself, and these lessons prepare you for the responsibilities, opportunities, and blessings ahead. Failure is also a sign that you are trying, pushing, and stretching beyond your comfort zone. People who never fail are usually the ones who never attempt anything new or challenging. They protect themselves from disappointment, but also protect themselves from growth. Success only comes to those who take risks, try new paths, and dare to pursue goals that others find intimidating. When you accept failure as part of the journey, you free yourself from the fear that holds so many people back. You stop worrying about what others think and begin focusing on what you can become. Every failure contains a hidden opportunity, an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to improve. Sometimes failure redirects you to a better path than the one you originally planned. Sometimes it pauses you long enough to teach you something important. And sometimes it simply strengthens you for a bigger success that is coming your way. When you stop seeing failure as the end and start seeing it as the beginning, your entire life opens up with possibilities you never imagined. Trusting the process, even when you cannot see the result yet, is one of the most difficult but most important parts of achieving anything meaningful in life. Every journey worth taking comes with seasons of waiting, moments of uncertainty, and times when nothing seems to be moving in your favor. It is easy to trust when everything is going well, when progress is visible, and when success feels close. But real trust is tested in silence, in delays, and in the moments when you feel stuck. This is where most people give up, not because they lack ability, but because they lose faith in the process. They don't realize is that growth is happening behind the scenes long before results ever show up. Every seed planted in the ground goes through a period of darkness before it rises into the light. The roots develop quietly, hidden from view, gaining strength so the plant can one day stand tall. If you judge the seed too early, you would think nothing is happening. Nature teaches us that unseen growth is still growth. Your dreams work the same way. You may not see progress today, tomorrow, or even next week. That doesn't mean nothing is happening. It means the foundation is being built. The skills, discipline, patience, and mindset needed for your future are being shaped within you every day you keep going. Trusting the process also means accepting that success does not follow a straight line. Life will test your commitment. Plans will shift, timelines will change, and some doors will close. But often these delays are blessings in disguise. Sometimes you need more preparation before you can handle the opportunity you are asking for. Sometimes the path you want is not the path that will bring you the greatest growth. Sometimes the things you think are setbacks are actually protection from something that wasn't meant for you. When you trust the process, you stop trying to control everything and start allowing life to unfold at the right pace. People often compare their progress to others and feel discouraged, forgetting that everyone has a different timeline. What looks like overnight success for someone else is usually the result of years of silent effort. You constantly compare yourself. You lose focus on your own journey. Trusting the process means knowing that your time will come. It means believing that what is meant for you cannot be taken away, delayed forever, or given to someone else. Your vision is your vision for a reason, and the process is shaping you into the person who can handle it once it arrives. The process will challenge you, stretch you, and sometimes push you right to the edge of your comfort zone. But every challenge builds strength, every delay builds patience, and every obstacle builds character. These qualities prepare you for bigger responsibilities and greater opportunities. When you learn to trust the process, you gain peace, clarity, and resilience. Instead of rushing, you grow. Instead of doubting, you believe. And slowly, the vision you once held in your mind becomes the reality you live every day. Taking responsibility for your life is the moment everything begins to change because it shifts the power back into your hands. Many people spend years blaming circumstances, family, environment, luck, or timing for the life they have. They look outside themselves for reasons things aren't working, forgetting that true change always starts from within. When you take responsibility, you stop waiting for someone else to fix your life, approve your decisions, or create opportunities for you. You understand that your choices, your actions, and your mindset are the real architects of your future. This is not about blaming yourself for things you cannot control. It is about taking ownership of the things you can. Responsibility is freedom disguised as discipline. It means acknowledging that no one is coming to save you, so you must save yourself. It means deciding that you will no longer be a passenger in your own life, the driver. When you choose responsibility, you gain control over your habits, your goals, your reactions, and your direction. You stop being the victim of your story and become the author of it. People who take responsibility rise faster because they refuse to stay stuck. Instead of saying, I can't, they ask, how can I? Instead of giving excuses, they look for solutions. Instead of complaining, they take action. Taking responsibility also requires honesty. Honesty about your strengths, your weaknesses, your patterns, and your past decisions. Growth cannot happen if you avoid facing the truth. Sometimes this truth is uncomfortable, but it's necessary. When you admit where you went wrong, you open the door for change. When you recognize the habits that hold you back, you gain the power to replace them with better ones. When you accept that your future depends on you, you stop wasting time and start building the life you want. Another important part of responsibility is understanding that your attitude shapes your outcomes. You cannot control everything that happens to you. You can control how you respond. Your response can either make you stronger or make you bitter. People who grow are the ones who choose strength, learning, and resilience, even when life feels unfair. Taking responsibility means choosing to use challenges as fuel instead of excuses. It means refusing to let setbacks define you. It means understanding that every situation teaches you something and every experience prepares you for the next stage of your journey. Responsibility also empowers you to set boundaries and make decisions that align with your vision. You begin to be careful with your energy, your time, and the people you surround yourself with. You stop allowing others to dictate your value or direction. You start protecting your peace and focusing on what truly matters. This shift in mindset creates clarity, confidence, and purpose. Your actions become intentional, your goals become achievable, and your life begins to reflect your efforts. When you take responsibility for your life, you unlock your highest potential. You step into a mindset where nothing is impossible because you are no longer waiting. You are choosing, acting, and becoming. This is the foundation of success, growth, transformation.